Hey, everybody. Happy Wednesday, and welcome to my quiet corner. Devin for X for Art has just ended, and if you're coming over from her stream, welcome. And if you are new to my channel, please do consider subscribing, leave a comment, and join in the fun. Hi, Margie's Crafty Corner. How are you? I'm Carol, for those of you that are new. Hey, Kathy. It's nice to see you. I came on just a couple minutes early. Hey, Pam. And Ginger Cat Lady, if you haven't seen Pam, Pam, if you don't mind, I'm going to make you a mod. And you're more than welcome to put your link in. I'm going to be on Pam's in a few days, actually. So if she wants to put her link in there, I really appreciate it. She's got a lot of things that she likes to show everybody. She's a great artist, journalist, junk journaling. She does everything, everything. You'd really love her channel. So today, I wasn't sure exactly what I was going to do. And I thought, I am going to be in Beth's swap, Beth Schuler. If you haven't heard of Beth Schuler, she's another very versatile artist and does everything. I do everything. So you will see a lot of different things on my channel. So today I thought I would work on a swap that I'm working on with in Beth Schuler. Hi, Lisa. It's nice to see everybody. And so that's why I have all of this just scattered around my desk. Um, I was watching Dee Dee this morning, and I'm sure everybody else has as well. We've all we all have our opinions of politics and different things, and everybody has their opinions. Everybody's allowed to have their opinions. They have a right to that. And with everything going on in the world, I agree with keeping the channels politically free. Um, I'm here for relaxation and for fun. Um, yes, things that are going on in and around the world do have an effect on everybody. And it does affect some more than others. It does bother me with some of the stuff that goes on because my daughter lives in another country. And I worry about her. I worry about my grands. And I'm sure everybody worries about their family, no matter what country you live in. And so we're here for peace, we're here for fun. And anything else, my mods will say, thank you for being here, but if we're going to just stick to having a good time. And that's the way I'd like to keep it. We're here for a good time. Uh, as far as anything else, we're here for art, we're here for fun, we're here for friendship, and that's where it's going to stay. So, with that, I've been busy lately. So, that was my little soapbox. That was my little soapbox. I do want to show you, and I know I have before, but I did Janet's scavenger hunt, and I put it in my Moleskine journal because in my Moleskine journal is just everything. It's just everything, like literally stickers, Amazon stickers, you name it, it went in. So I put the scavenger hunt in here, and I started with everything, and then I just went and put the numbers of all of my scavenger hunt here on every page. Everything that I interpreted the scavenger hunt as, I put here. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Jetta. Hey, Dorothea. Doretha, um, Lisa, Margie, Pam. It's so nice to have everybody here. So I have completed up to what is required. So, hi, Sandy. It's nice to see everybody. So I've done all of the pages, and this is my proof of my proof of my scavenger hunt. And like I said, there's more there. My tip in, my snark art. It's everything. Hi, April. Um, the face and down here, everything that I've put on here, gradient and you name it, I've added it. So my black and white page is washi tape, my pink page is washi tape, my blue page is washi tape, and then some of the things that I couldn't find, I just drew. And there's my butt of a joke. There's the butt. Put a button on it, butt on it, and the F has a butt. There's my advice page. I just put advice. Golden ticket, Willy Wonka. My most wanted poster is art supplies. So everybody interpreted things just as their own. So I just did randomness. So and that was it of my scavenger hunt. But then you can see everything that comes into the house, I steal the Amazon sticker off of, and then I throw it in my book. So I was working on that. That is completed, and I know I'll put that for Janet to see as well. So the other thing I've been doing is working in my Stillman and Byrne book, and I know I've worked on this a little bit online, and I've painted in it, and then I skipped a bunch of pages, and then I drew. I just drew, and actually I have this in my Facebook group. So I put this in as a freebie you can download in color. And then I went to the back, and then I started just playing. I did this with Becky, and then I started doing just randomness with my inks. And then I ended up just doing squares and drawing. And so I did that on the 17th. I was just sitting upstairs in the recliner with my watercolor pencils and my pen and just said, "All right, let's just play." So that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been working on. And then I saw Beth was doing a 4-inch square, and it's a quilt square, but it's not actually a stitched square. But thanks, Sophia. Thanks. Hey, Anne. So what I thought is I have all this stuff that I've worked on, and I'm I have it here, and it's like, what do I do? And I don't have a whole lot of ephemera stuff. So what I did was Anne and I a few years ago, we did some journals and some art, and I had taken an old fishing journal, and I totally totally dismantled it so I would have some ephemera. And hey, Kim, and this is all Dee Dee's fault because I saw her the other day cutting up her journals and using them again in art. And that is exactly what I'm going to do. I tore apart my journal, all the bits and pieces, and I'm going to cut it apart and use it to make my 4-inch squares with the fabric because it's almost like a cluster, but on a 4-inch piece of fabric with papers and laces and everything. So when I saw Dee Dee do that, I thought, yes, I can do that. I can create myself some new ephemera. This is a bee stamp I carved, and I stamped it on there. So that's what I'm going to do with that. So if you want in on the swap, I think Beth is advertising that again this week to be able to get in on the 4-inch square swap. So that's what we're going to be working on. So this was our book, Anne, and I tore it apart so I could reuse this stuff again. So it should be fun. Now, I've had over the years, I've shown so many different things of stuff that I've stitched, and I really, really enjoy them. And this is one of my favorites. This is one of my favorites. I painted and I stitched, and it was just everything on this one, and I really enjoy it. So some of this stuff I have done already, and I'm going to use these and put a backing on them and stitch this onto a 4-inch backing and add the other pieces and elements that I need. Now, this was a Suffolk puff, but a heart, and that's what I did here. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go through, we're going to make some 4x4s. I have some already done. I have some fabrics that I used ink tints on, and Ann and I did this actually. We did a book in our stitching classes that we were working on, and this is one of them. So when I get my 4-inch squares back from my swap, I'm going to put them in my book. So I think that will be a lot of fun, and that's part of what this is. So if you have any of your like things that you've been working on for different uh, people that you're following, whether you're following stitching stuff, take that things. If you don't know what to do with them, if you're not putting them in your books, take them, create little custom designs, and put it on your square, and you're good to go. So, like I said, Beth Schuler is the one who is hosting the swap, and I thought we would work on that. And I'm also going to be cutting up my snippet that Ian and I did because it's like, am I going to hold on to this forever? Or am I going to take and share the fun and do, put this on, cut it off, put it on a 4-inch square? It's going to go. It's going to go. I'm going to enjoy all of the stuff that I've did. Now this one's going to stay because this is Loka. I've done this and I put her name on there. So, and then this one I did this in 2022. So, some of the things I've had sitting here. So, clean out your little baskets, look around, see what you got. Maybe you've got some scraps of fabric. Maybe you've got some hexagons that you have left over from a queen size quilt that you were working on and cut too many of. Use them up. So, even with these, I'm so tempted to cut them up and just you know, what am I gonna do with them? I could add them to a quilt, but, we'll put them off to the side for now. This is something I did a long time ago, and I'm gonna cut this. I'm gonna cut this, and I'm going to use it in the 4-inch squares. So I have a good start on a lot of different things. So now we just gotta pick and choose and put them together, and that is that. So I have opted to do 4, but I will do 5 because I will send to Beth as well as a thank you for hosting. So let's just see what we have here. Now, some of mine are a little short. This is a 3.5, but that's all right. So if I did a 3.5 by a 3.5, I can take this and just cut this just like so. And turn this into a 4x4. And these are approximate. Now, if you've watched my channel for any length of time, you'll know that I have done a lot of stitching. Lately, I've been doing a lot of watercoloring and drawing, but I do a lot of stitching. And I went and I cut up my scrolls. I'm gonna see this. I started this. This was this is all French knots. All French knots. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cut it and I'm gonna add it to one of my squares, and I don't feel like finishing it, so I'm gonna cut it up and use it in something else. And I'm not worried about um, any of this coming off because it's gonna be stitched. It's gonna be glued. Anne's favorite. Oh, no worry, Lisa. No worries. It's fine. That's what replays are for. That's what replays are for. So, take the time. If you don't care for what you've done or you know you're not going to finish something, cut it up and use it in something else. Cut it up and use it in something else. French knots, yes, they are definitely Anne's favorite. She did her best, though. She really, really did. So there's that. Now I have more backing material, which is not an issue. So that's what I've been doing. Now, I started this scroll this year, and you know what? I didn't finish it. I don't want to finish it. So you know what I'm going to do? I did this in silk. How do you learn French knots? You watch them over and over, and you practice and you practice and you practice. So this can be used. What do I do with my scissors? Oh, there they are. And I'm cutting up my scroll because I know in my heart of hearts I'm not going to finish it. I am not going to finish it because it was just not in the cards this year. It just was not. The get up and go has got up and left. I don't know. So that's what I'm doing. Oh, yes. I think I have quite a few places where I've shown how to do French knots. It's not really hard. I can just show you right now. French knots. Anne, do you want to show her, Anne? Do you want to show her, Anne? Let's just find something that we can put a French knot on. Here we go. We'll put a French knot on this. So we're up here. Are we close enough that you can see? So when you want to do a French knot, let's just put a French knot on the top here. So you're going to come up. No, you're going to come up. You will hold your threads. Now, if you are using a hoop, it makes it easier. You take your needle, you wrap 3 times around. You pull it a little bit snug. You hold your wraps with your finger. You go down next to where you came up, not in the same hole, but next to it. And you hold this thread with your thumb, and then you pull your needle down. And when you pull your needle down, you've got a French knot. If you go down through that same hole, you're just going to pull your threads all the way back down through. So it's really, really simple. So let's just do another one. We'll bring it up. If you're not using a hoop, you just wrap your needle around, you hold your threads, you go down next to, hold your thread down so it doesn't pull up, and go down, and you have another French knot. Simple as that. Simple as that. And then when you're done, just make sure you knot it on the back so you don't have it come off. And you've got two French knots. Aw, you're welcome. Lisa, I'm 65. I've been doing this as long as I can remember. My mom, my grandma, everybody used to do stitching and hand stitching, and I have quite a few videos of stitching. I'm going to be re-uploading from my old channel onto this channel because I don't have that channel anymore, but I did download quite a bit of stuff. So that's what I am doing. I am taking apart my scroll. I'm going to use it in my 4x4s or whatever, or I may even send some happy mail and just let other people use the stitching that they would like. So this I painted this year, and this is the Three Sisters mountain range, and I stitched around it, painted on my fabric, it- just have fun. And I will be doing some more things along the line. And here I've crocheted some miniature granny squares with thread. That was fun to do. I will add some of those onto my little squares. I'll put that over there. I have crocheted different things. I've bobbin laced some different things. If you're interested in learning how to do bobbin lace, I will be teaching that on my Facebook channel. We'll be over there. And this is some of my other stitching. And I'm just going to cut pieces because it's going to go on the squares. So, and maybe even in some Happy Mail as extras. So if you're not in the swap, definitely go over to Beth's. Beth will be on Thursday night, I think. But she will be, I don't want to ruin my clock or my butterflies, so I'm trying to be very careful going in between there. And that's what we're going to do. I think I might save this for a back of a journal. These were Inktense dyed lace. I think I stitched those on. I did. So I'm just going to come up and go under that because I want to save that for a journal there. That'll come off. I will save that. I'll cut off this stuff. Like I said, everything can be reused. So if you have some things that's laying around and you're not sure what to do with it, pick and choose, pull some stuff off, reuse, reuse. You don't always have to start fresh for different things. Like I said, this was 2025. I'll save that for a book somewhere along the line. I will probably add this onto one of my squares. This was a tree. I'll take this apart. Don't be afraid to reuse your stuff. I'm sure that a lot of people um, have so many journals and so many different art things and stuff sitting around that you're more than welcome to tear it apart, reuse it, let somebody else enjoy it before, you know, what are you going to use it for? So I'll add this onto something as well. Little charms. You know, a lot of people saw me do this stuff on my lives. Here you'll find it because I did some of them teaching, and this year's going to be a little bit fun. It's going to be something different. So, yeah, I'm definitely just shredding this. This is bobbin lace. This is a dragon's eye bobbin lace. I will save this. I will take this off and save it because it is just tacked down. So I will probably do that later. But I want to pull off a couple of elements because you're building a cluster on a 4-inch piece of material. So I want to have some different things that I can add as far as elements. And I don't care if the threads fray a little bit because you're there to have a good time. All right. I think we have enough stuff that we can go through and pick and choose some elements. And this fabric that I'm cutting up was an old tablecloth, and it worked just fine. So if you have a old tablecloth and you want to dye it, then that's a great thing to do, is to dye it. So here's my first 4-inch, and my backing fabric is 4 inches. So now we're going to go through and make and build it up as a little cluster. And I need to find my paper. What did I do with my paper? Oh, it's right here. So now we just got to pick and choose what we're going to put on here as a tag or a cluster. Now, I've created this a while ago. So I'm thinking to get my older scissors out. I think this would make a nice little addition to the page. So this is basically mixed media. So those that don't know what mixed media is, now remember, you're going to be swapping these. So you don't want to have them too bulky, so it costs too much. You don't want to have that happen. So I do have some lace and stuff sitting here that I can add. And if you want, you can glue it. You can staple it. Hey, Jacqueline. No, Ellen, everything has changed. Hi, Pam. Everything has changed as far as the way things were made. It's not just in kits. It's everything. Everything is. It seems like it's done in such a hurry. Such a hurry. So I think this would look nice. And what else can I add? Maybe one of my little circles here. We can add that. I'm tempted to get the glue gun out like Beth did when I'm adding these things. So that looks good. I think that would look good there. And you know what? I think I will. I mean, I have other glues, but I was going to stitch them, but I think I'll just do the glue gun. And I'll put a couple, I'll heat the glue gun up, and then I will I will continue on creating my squares. So we basically just have to put them together. And I just want to put some plastic down here so I don't get glue all over the place when it leaks out, right? It has that happening. I've had it just keeps coming out, and it's like, holy crap. Let's okay. We're plugged in. Now, I haven't used a glue gun in forever. So let's see how this is going to work. All right. All right. Hey, Belinda. So I think this is a good little start for one. Hey, Becky. It's nice to see you. If you haven't seen Becky's stream today, oh my gosh, it was amazing. If you love quilting and you love fabric, go over to Aunt Beck's Creations. She had a trunk show today, and it was just, oh my gosh, to die for beautiful. To die for beautiful. It was gorgeous. She had so many quilt squares and so much amazing things to share. It was great. Yes, I will be on Pam. So if you are not subscribed to Pam, please do. She has a wide variety of people that join her. She does guest starring. Dar's there, Anne's there. They she streams all night long. Unbelievably. I cannot stay awake. I can't stay awake. It just doesn't work out for me. So I have some of these, and I'm thinking my bee has to go on here. My bee has to go on. This is what I had couched down, this little fuzzy stuff. Tired Pam. I don't know how you do it. Honestly, I just don't know how you do it. So this is a 4-inch square. This is going to be random. I'm pretty sure this is a 4-inch. What did I do with my ruler? There it is. It's buried. It's buried. So this is a 4x4, and it is a double material, so I should be good. I know that feeling. My son was home for 2 days sick, and it gets tiring when you don't feel good. So just like Beth, I am taking the easy way out. It's not that it's an easy way out, it's the simplest way because it's a variety of things, and I just want to get it on quick. And just put it down because it's for fun. It's for fun. It's for a fun swap. And like I said, I have taken a book apart, so I would have some ephemera and different things to add to this little swap, because it's like, what else can I put on there? Yes. I could almost put that on there too. I could put a hole in that and add it. That's kind of big. Input's great. Here's another one. To have it, and then it could swap over. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I've been I wasn't sleeping well for a while, which is why I could see your streams in the middle of the night, and then I'm just exhausted. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Oh, I can use a leaf. I can add a leaf. Yes, I did just rip that off of there. So this again is for Beth Schuler's swap. I think I'm going to put that there. I'm going to leave part of it up and glue part of it. I'm having fun with these. This is really neat. It's just random. It's just random. So what does everybody else like to do? Do you like to stitch? Do you like to do a mixed media? This is bobbin lace. How did I make the bee? I I carved a stamp. I carved an eraser, and I just stamped it on there. I want to add my little kite because it's like an outdoorsy style. So yes, I'm taking apart that scroll that I started. I do have videos of my older scrolls that I've done a long time ago. But if you're new to my channel, welcome. I really appreciate you being here. The background, um, it is just paper and painted and circles, and it's just random. It's just it's just random. It's got a stencil in the background and then different colors on top and then splats of other colors. So this is going to be one of these squares, and I want to add this, but I gotta be careful because I don't want my little kite to come apart. So it has tassels. And I think that would look nice on there, but I think the tassels are too long. So we'll cut them off. We'll cut them off. I'm going to add it over here. I'm intended to add words to these. I don't know if I should add a word to these or not. What do you think? Do you think I should add a word? Try not to burn myself. Ah. Yep, this is my bobbin lace. If you're interested in bobbin lace, I will be showing how to do it on my YouTube channel. I think that looks pretty cool. It's a variety. It's a mess. Um, I'm thinking a word. And I don't know why. I don't usually do words on things, but I don't know. Oh no, it needs a mushroom. This is a 4x4. Maybe I'll just keep this one for something else. This is some of my twinchies that I used to do. So we will have some of that. I'm searching through. I need a word. I need a word. Hmm. Do I do a word? This one's got words. All right, let's glue this one down before I lose its pieces. So we've got that one started. And I'm glad I put my glue gun on plastic because, oh my God, it is just leaking. It is leaking all over the place. It's old, but I don't know why it would leak. All right. I'm getting it all over, all over. So we have 18 people in here. How about a giveaway? Anybody want to give away? Would you like some stuff? I've got lots of fabric stuff. I'll give away one of the squares. Let's do a giveaway. We've got 18 people. 1 to 100. And everybody can play because it'll be something simple, something easy. How about my unicorn? Let's give away the unicorn. There we go. Becky started it off. 1 to 100. This is a hand stitched on a yo-yo Suffolk puff. And it's silk. And I did this. I have a giveaway in the middle of everything. We're doing a giveaway. We're giving away the unicorn. I have other Suffolk puffs that I have ready to go, ready to stitch on. See, this is what it was. And I stitched it down onto fabric. It's stitched lightly, so if you wanted to take it off, you can take it off and use it in your own stuff. Becky a while ago had sent me some beautiful fabric, and I made some doggy yo-yos out of those. All right, is that everybody? 18 people. I'm going to give you just a little bit of time, and then I am going to call it. Well, I shouldn't say I'm going to call it, but Alexa will. Alexa will. This is going to look pretty. I'm going to put that right on top of that ice cream cone. All right, is that everybody? We're doing a very simple little giveaway, aren't we? Whew. I'm glad it didn't go down the wrong way. All right, we'll put that up there for the ice cream cone. All right, all done, all in. Stop putting in your numbers. Alexa, pick a number from 1 to 100.
Here's a number between 1 and 100. It's 84.
80.
By the way, you have a new notification. Do you want to hear it?
No, thank you. 84. 84 without going over. The closest to 84 without going over. And to me, it looks like Ellen Belly. Am I right? It looks like I'm right. So Ellen, if you would send me your address to, where's my keyboard? Back here. And I will be sending it off to you. All right, let's get back to making a mess. So this one is on here, and I want to add the lace along there. So I will put a run of glue and put it on there. Push it down. All right. I think that looks pretty cool. It's got some of my hand stitching on there. It's got my art on there. You're very welcome. And it has all my stitching in my creative. And then I will definitely sign it on the back. I wonder. We'll think about that key somewhere. So that's 2. And we still have 2 more to go. So now, do I pick one that's already started here? This one is a bit bigger than a 4x4. Almost, almost, almost. So let's work that, because I do need enough to there. Now I've got a 4x4 and a 4x4. So again, Pam is having me over onto her channel on Thursday. I think it's the 23rd. So if you're not subscribed to Pam, please do. You're missing out on lots of good stuff. Hello, Yolande. Hello, hello. Thank you so much for telling everybody I'm here. Thanks, Kathy. Have a good day. Friday? Friday. Okay. Friday. I thought it was Thursday for some reason, the 23rd. So we can take and use this because it's got my stitching on there. We can add some art. What kind of art are we going to add? We have some more of this. Move stuff out of the way. We could add some of this. A snippet. We do need to add art, though. Too big. Too big. I'm searching through. Ooh, maybe the mushrooms. Let's add the mushrooms. Aw, thanks, Ellen. I appreciate that. Yes, I think we'll add the mushrooms. Hi, Laverne. Nice to see you. Welcome. I am working on a swap for Beth Schuler's group. If you haven't joined Beth Schuler, you should. She does lots of painting and swaps and all kinds of, ow, that's hot, all kinds of good stuff too. Yeah, I'm actually cutting up my scroll, like literally cutting up my scroll and creating new art, because it was Dee Dee inspired me to, so I would have some extra, there's another bee, some extra ephemera, because I don't have tons of ephemera. So I thought this would be fun. So I tore apart a book that I made with, here, there you go. That's what was in the book. It was a fishing book. And I turned it into a junk journal, arty journal, and yeah. So I think I want to make this a little smaller, more compact, closer to the bee, and then add the bee on there. And again, this is one of my stamps that I created. All right. I think that would look good in there. The bee at the flower. Of course, the bee at the flower. And the only reason I'm using a glue gun is because it's quick, and Beth said it was okay because she used it on her channel. So let's put this bee on here as he is coming close to the flower. Oh yeah, 2 days is Friday, isn't it? Oh, I must have lost a day somewhere along the line. Oh my God. So let's just take that one. And I think that's where the key is going to go because I just feel it needs to be on there. Just right there. And that's one. Now, this is very flimsy, so I think I want to use a backing fabric. And my backing fabric is going to be something else. No, that one doesn't fit. So let's pick a piece of fabric that will fit. I think I'll put it on this. It gives it a nice back, and I can glue it onto here and cut it out because it's a 4x4. So Devin was on just before me, and before Devin was Becky. So if you haven't seen the Wednesday lineup, we have a great lineup for Wednesday that can keep you busy all day long. So Dee Dee in the morning and Becky, and then either Yolande or Anne, and then me. And I think at 7 tonight is Shannon. That's Eastern time. And I think this looks great. And that gives it a nice backing. And then they can glue it into their books or whatever else they're going to put it on. We'll just straighten this up a little bit. And we've got a nice little 4x4. And it's got a nice backing. Yes, Dee Dee's on in the morning. So there's that one. It's got art, it's got paper, it's got stitching, it's got words. So there's this one's done. This one's done. I still think it needs something. 3. Now one more. And I'm debating on this one or one of these. I think I might use this. Let's just see if it's a 4x4. It's very close. And yes, I'm cutting up my own stitching, my own art, because, you hold on to it and you hold on to it, and it's time to let things go. So that's what I'm doing. So this will be my next 4x4, and it's got a mix of beads and silk ribbon embroidery and yeah, stitching, embroidery. So now we need to add paper. Need to add some art. All right, Sophia. It is okay. You have a good rest, and I'll see you tomorrow. Let's see. We do have some. This is a tissue. Hmm. Butterfly, and put this on as a card. Ooh, maybe we can just tear that off. Yeah, we can just tear that off, and it won't be as thick. Because this is a napkin with a piece. This was punched out, a napkin put in and on top of the napkin I used tape, so that sticks down on top of that, and that's what gives it the shine. That's a piece of tape on top of a napkin, and I think that would look really, really cool on that. Mm, but I don't want to cover up that. So I wonder, I really like the torn edges, but I want to be able to see some of the other stuff. So definitely, yes, this is a recycle, reuse, and upgrade, and whatever else you want to call it. It's not going to come apart, or is it? Oh, maybe. The backing's coming off, but that's all right because it still has the tape on the back. So I could leave that like that, put a hole in it, and that way you can still see the stitching underneath. Can still see the stitching underneath. So what I think I'm going to do is I have some thread here, and I've got a needle, and I want to use green. How convenient, because I was in the midst of stitching something else onto that and just had no desire to finish it. No desire to finish it. All right. Let's just stitch that on there. I was going to glue it, but I'd rather stitch it. Let's do a double strand. I was going to do, I'm so used to doing a single strand for, and leaving one loose, but I think I'm going to take and stitch that in this corner to meet up with the butterfly. So let's just do a little bit of a, oh crap, it came off. Come on, go through the paper. And stitch that down so it doesn't come up. Yes, this is a mix mash of all kinds of art, which is basically called mixed media. So mixed media takes on all forms, and it takes on all kinds of different mediums, such as fabrics, straight through to paints, because it has something of everything. I'm just going around the black and tacking that portion down, coming up behind and just stitching it because I want it to be able to see what's going on, but I don't want it to come off because I'm going through the tape that's on both sides of that dragonfly. So if you have napkins, you can definitely take your napkins, put tape on both sides, and give it a frame, and it looks really, really nice. All right, that should be enough. I'm going down through the black portion so it stays put. And cut that off. Now I'm going to take and glue this to a backing. So I want to just cut this down here. And now we're going to glue this onto there. And I'm out of glue on that already. Holy cow. What did I do with my glue? Over here. These little glue sticks go fast. They really, really do. So let's just do this. All right. Now, it doesn't matter how this goes on. I just want it to lay down. I appreciate everybody being here. I hope you're having fun watching this. This is for Beth Schuler's swap. I could stitch around the edge, but I think I would just leave it raw and let them decide what they want to do with the edge. I think that looks pretty good. So let's add something in this corner. Do some more searching here. There's a butterfly stamp. Let's take this butterfly stamp out. Ouch. I got these stamps. I'm pretty sure they came from Anne. Put the butterfly stamp down there. That works. I appreciate everybody being here. This is not arty art, but it is mixed media art. And it's fun tinkering with the different things. I think I need something over in this corner, and I'm not sure what. Maybe a piece of lace. Oh, thanks, Ellen. I appreciate it. It's something different, and I haven't really done in a while. Is a lot of mixed media. It's usually either one or the other. It's either sewing or painting, and I hardly ever lately, I've hardly ever um, did a mix, but I'm really enjoying the mix, and that makes it quite fun because, and it's hard to get rid of supplies because sometimes all of your supplies mix in, whether it's the fabric, the paper, the threads, the stamps, the paint, the ink tints, the ink, it all plays a part in it. And when you're trying to go through some different things, it makes it hard to decide like, how do I do just one thing? You can't. It's hard when you're a mixed media artist. Your room has everything in it. But my room has had some changes. So some of the stuff that I had before I came to Alberta, I had to downsize immensely, like a lot. So I figured I'm slowly working my way in building up some of my things. I'm putting another back on this because it's not very sturdy and I think it would look better. So I had to restart all of my stuff. My whole life changed over the past few years, and I'm just getting back into being me, so to speak. So to speak, being me, doing my art, enjoying the process. And that's what's most important is that you enjoy the process. And I keep forgetting that, the camera only goes so far and I end up pulling things down in front of me instead of keeping it on the camera. That's a lot better. A lot better. And if I'm not mistaken, this is one of the things that Becky had done. Becky does a lot of stitching and painting and uh, put numbers on, put circles on. What's it called, Becky? When you do these, it's like your Dirty Dozen, but on fabric. So that's probably where my that fabric came from. It's yes, another fabric prompt game. It's been a while since we've done one of those. And I'm pretty sure that's where that came from because I think you did this and you made a bag out of it. I'm pretty sure that's where this came from. I just never made the bag because we made the fabric and then we were supposed to make a bag out of it. So, yeah. Yes. Yet you have quite a bit. You should put your channel in, Becky. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I think 1 is a little bit bigger than 4, but what am I gonna do? Is it bigger than 4? It sure is bigger than 4 by a half an inch. So, eh, what's a half an inch, right? This one I'm thinking it needs something up there. I don't know what, but it does need something. It's got that. Maybe it needs a butterfly. Thank you, Becky. Yeah, Becky she does some amazingly prompt things that whether it be on paper or fabric. Becky joined me last time. She's more than welcome to join me anytime. Probably could have joined me today if you wanted to. I'm going to add this stitching here because I think it needs it. It needs it. I've caught Vicky's streams a couple of times. There. Now we got some of my other stitching on this one. A be happy. Yes, a be happy. Be happy. I do be happy. Do I write it down or do I put it on a card? See, I did my bees quite a few times. I did my bees quite a few. Be happy. Yes, be happy. On what paper? On this paper. I want it here. I'm going to do it in 2. And I have a marker somewhere in gold. Be happy. All right. I need another glue stick. Holy moly. I haven't used glue sticks in mega years. I'm surprised this gun actually works. I've had quite a few dye on me. Let's take a black Prismacolor and just color the edges so it stands out a little bit more. It's been a long time since I did this stuff. Oh my gosh. Be happy. Yeah, we can hot glue that on there as well. I'm going to put that right on that B. I should have made an extra E. All right. Be happy. Now I feel like it needs more gold. I do have gold gold paint. I have gold markers. I think we need just touches of gold. And I've got my water in my pot, which is dirty water, but that's all right. That's all right. Dirty water's fine. Let's add little touches of gold on the paint. Who says we can't paint as well on our fabrics? It just adds to it. This is a speedball gold. And I think that really sets it off and brings it together. A gold border, yep. I love my gold borders. I'm trying not to get onto my mat. That's why I have my green mat on here, because I have my uh, stitching mat down on top of my cutting mat. There we go. Yes. That's got something of everything on there and to be happy. So now that we got that one, let's just continue the gold borders to make it a complete set. And then when they put it into their books or whatever they're going to put it, this one needs a little more gold along the edge too, because I cut it off. Yeah, Becky, I was looking, oh my gosh, all of those blocks that you were showing, oh my God, they were to die for. So if you haven't seen Becky's live this morning, please do go check it out. Please do go check it out. It is gorgeous. It makes everybody want to say, ooh, yeah. The gold border. That's two. It's a nice mixed media project. It's very simple. And I knew once Beth said she was going to do it, it's like, oh, I have the perfect stuff for that. I had so much already completed. I just had to add little bits. I'm going to add a gold around the dragonfly. Oh, thanks, Ellen. It's just a simple little project. And I'm almost done, which is nice. And I'm sure the recipients will be happy to have some of my art, some of my stitching, and just enjoy the little square. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this one is a little bit bigger, but that's all right. It's a change of pace. The gold border was perfect, Becky. It's perfect. Round the bee. So that's 4 of them. I do need to do one more, but I think I'm going to do that one offline, because that one will be a surprise for Beth, because I don't want her to see it made. I just want to see her to open it. My dirty water. I love my little cup. It goes in everything. So we have done a variety of little things today. So we've got this one. We've got this one. And this one. And this one. I think they came out okay. It's different. Some are a little more simple than others. Probably could add more stuff, but I don't want it to get too thick, because then they won't fit. too big for an envelope. Oh, Becky's nearly finished with the work in progress for this month's Instagram challenge. Finish that work in progress 2026. Oh, and you have to wait. Yeah, they came out really good, the little mushrooms. So I think I'm going to end my stream here. It's been almost an hour and a half. It seems like I've been going about an hour and 20 minutes. It's about as much as I can do. I'm, hey, View, nice to see you. Um, it gets a bit for the talking and stuff. You'll watch the replay. I appreciate it. So this is for Beth's swap for next month. These are my swaps. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope to see you all again next week. Oh, actually, this Friday on Pam's channel on the 23rd. I will see you then. Please subscribe and come over. And she's doing an interview, so it should be interesting. Hi, Ruth. So thank you, everybody. From my quiet corner to yours, have a great evening. Night all. Thank you, Ellen. Thank you, View. Thank you, everybody. You're much appreciated.